welcome guys. Thank you very much for joining me today. All right, we are going to go ahead and get started with this tarot read. I'll grab some numbers, some letters. We'll see what comes forward. So just know that when I'm doing this is kind of like to let your spirit guides come forward and bring something really personal to the table for you, and to let you know that this message is meant for you in some way. So it might not resonate with all of you. That's just fine. You'll know if it's meant for you. You'll know if it has meaning. It'll just feel right and it'll click for you. So we got March, we got June, we got 20 and 5. I got a couple more that wanted to pop out the side. We have 8, the month of May, and 26. And I got one that's popping out the side, and it's actually the month of September. We're going to grab some letters here, and we'll add those to the pile. So these months might have significance for you. This might be when a very important event happened in your life, or perhaps a birth date as well. SEU, and I want to grab another one here, and then one popped out. So the letter R, this might be initials for somebody. This might even have to do with an address, a phone number, a license plate. You're going to know if it's meant for you. It's just going to make sense. So we're going to go ahead and get going here. Let's see what tarot has to say to you guys today. Transformation. Interesting. Material harvest. Wisdom. And power. I do feel like somebody's made a powerful change in their life. I don't know if it came about like the catalyst was sort of by somebody's own choice, or just like circumstance that pushed somebody into this transformation. But whatever it was, it did happen for a reason, and it did happen to somebody's benefit, because I do feel improvement. I feel empowerment. I feel lessons learned from something that someone had to transform for, and having some sort of an abundant harvest that comes along from that as well. So we do have the heart chakra. So this represents love, relationships, healing, spiritual strength. Stand your ground. Trapped in fear. Okay, so that's what's going on here. Someone was in a relationship, and they felt like they had their power taken away for probably quite a while. It has something to do with what the other party was doing to them. I feel like at some point, somebody had enough. They had enough of being perhaps breadcrumbed. They had enough of the anxiety, enough of perhaps somebody's abusive behavior, manipulative behavior. And it was like finally standing your ground, taking your power back. I'm not going to live like this anymore. I can do this on my own. I don't need this toxic energy in my life holding me back anymore. It's like somebody realizing this personal truth, and not just realizing it, but speaking it. I'm being told the word soulmates, but not that people were technically soulmates. It was like, this was what somebody felt. It's like they felt a spiritual connection. They felt like whoever they were with was a soulmate, but this person did not treat them like a soulmate. This person did not treat them with love, with tenderness, with kindness, with respect, with dignity. And it was like someone's like, man, if you were my soulmate, you would not treat me like this. I do feel like this is part of a conclusion that somebody came to that did trigger this walking away, that triggered this moving on. It was like, we're never going to have this prosperity as long as this sort of like toxic cycle continues. You know what I'm saying? Like somebody wanted this deep connection. They felt a deep connection to their partner, but it was like their partner could not give on the same level. Their partner was bringing toxicity. And it was like it was never going to progress into something that somebody wanted, because that other half was not willing to put in the work. I do feel like that was something somebody had to realize. I do feel like they had to make a sacrifice in a really hard decision. And I feel like to a degree they still miss that person, because like, I mean, we don't get together with people we don't like. We don't get together with people we're not attracted to. So obviously there was that attraction there. There was that emotion there. There was that feeling there. And somebody did remember the good times, because there were good times. But it was like the bad times just outweighed the good times after a while. And it was like having to cut loose to save yourself, to save your sanity, to save your heart. Oh, we're going to grab a few more here. Movement, choices, decisions. I do feel like somebody had to step away. But I feel like I said, this happened for a reason. and it moves somebody into a better place, a place of empowerment, a place of spiritual strength, of healing, of wisdom. I have this distinct impression of lessons learned with all of this happening. I have heartache and loss, but it doesn't mean that you don't have to heal your heart. Doesn't mean that you don't have to heal your heart. Crown chakra. When I see that accelerated motion, I'm told the word praying. I don't know if somebody's praying for change, praying for a sign. It's like there's something somebody's praying for. Material harvest. Maybe that base chakra can sometimes represent money, recognition, and reward. I do feel like things are changing. There is a positive change happening. Like I said, lessons have been learned. Healing is happening. There's still that heartache and that thinking about the good times in the past, and sort of like mourning what it could have been if the other person would have stepped up and got their shit together. And it's like, but that's not what it was. And that's why the truth card came out. It was like recognizing that this isn't what it is, and this isn't what this other person can step up and give me, at least not at this point, and maybe never in the future. So it's like, I'm not going to wait, and I'm not going to sit in this with them and be this like trapped in fear of like, oh, will I leave too soon and then they get their shit together, or whatever anxiety that person puts you in. It was like, I need to heal for myself, and I need independence and sort of like hermit mode. Need some space and some time alone to be able to find that for yourself. We're going to grab some tarot cards here and get more clarification on all of what's going on in this read here, guys. Even in that Fool card, I feel like a fresh new journey. I feel like somebody's starting out. I do feel like a degree of somebody stepping into the unknown too. So the unknown for a new chapter, not sort of knowing what's coming your way, not knowing what life is going to bring. It's interesting because I did get pulled to the little dog in the Fool card, and the dog is like this loyal companion. It's not speaking to whoever this person is walking away from. But I do feel like whoever this person is, they do have loyal companions in life, whether this is friends or family member. I do feel like this person has loyal people and will always have loyal people in their life, even if it's only one or two people that they can count on. I do feel like that exists because, okay, yeah, that absolutely makes sense. Having that power card come forward and this Queen of Swords, this is like somebody who's not going to settle for snaky ass people anymore. This is somebody who's not going to settle for people who treat them like crap or don't recognize their worth, or lie to them, or try and trap them in some sort of like mind trap and anxiety and all that manipulative crap. This is somebody who is setting boundaries. This is somebody who is being assertive and like establishing their circle. Negativity can't come into that circle anymore. She's not going to settle for any of that crap anymore. She's like building herself up, this Queen of Swords. And that queen comes forward too. When we get queens, it's more of that feminine energy, so it has to do with healing, which makes a lot of sense for this read. This doesn't necessarily mean that this read only speaks to a woman who is going through this. It just speaks to somebody who's in that energy, that healing and growing and nurturing energy. She is turning her own wheel of fortune. Yes, she is having some sort of material harvest too, just like I felt in all the other cards that were coming up. In those oracle cards, changes are coming for her, positive changes, positive financial changes too. The Eight of Pentacles. Oh. I get dual messages off of that Eight of Pentacles. I'm trying to put my finger on it. One of it is lessons learned. I do feel like it speaks to this queen and not allowing BS in her life anymore. I feel like there's something deeper within it, like a balancing or an evening out. And it does speak to the money that's coming her way. I'm not sure if these are joint assets that are being divided, and she's about to get a chunk of that for herself. And it's like that coming back into balance, that sort of that chance to be able to move forward. I'm being told that this card does speak to money and finances as well for this person. Legacy. And the home. Yeah. And I feel like I get pulled back to look at that Eight of Pentacles. I'm being told that these two cards go together. These are these assets. These are these assets that are being evened out or being divided. They might not be divided even depending on what happened here, but she will get the means that she needs to begin again. And it's not going to be like, $5, $100. Like this is, she going to have some good money to be able to start fresh and move on and move forward. Four of Cups. Mm. I think whoever this person is who she's moving away from is still trying to argue, is trying to fight whatever this is, this division of assets. I see it in the Five of Wands, the Three of Pentacles, like they're working hard trying to figure out how to take the lion's share of it and leave her with little or nothing. But I see her in the Strength card. I see like all she has to do is just endure. All she has to do is keep on the path that she's going on. She's making the right choices, and this will come out in her favor. So whatever this person is doing, it is not going to work out. Whatever nasty vibes this person's sending out, however they're trying to actively spin this in their favor, they're not going to get it. It's not going to work out in their favor. It's going to work out in our Queen's favor. I see that in the Strength card. It's like, be strong. Be strong. Take the high road. Walk above. It will pay off when all of this comes to play. That's why I was getting all those different messages in one bloody card. And lessons learned. It's an opportunity for whoever this other half is to learn their lessons too. And that all this negative shit that they're doing right now and that they did in the past does not pay. It does not pay. It brings about its own karma. Yeah, there he is. King of Cups. King of Cups. This is who we're talking about. This is who our Queen is dealing with. She's dealing with somebody who's emotionally manipulative. I see a lot of darkness in that King of Cups. I see they come forward pretending to be friendly. This is not genuine. This is somebody who's looking to start up drama, who has a hidden agenda. And it does have to do with all of this money and legacy as well. Karma. Oh, there it is. See, and that's what I was feeling with that Eight of Pentacles. Lessons learned. That's what I was feeling with that Strength card. Stay strong. This will all balance out. This will balance out. Yeah. I see being able to rise above this, being able to block whoever this person is, not stooping to their level, no petty arguments, no petty whatever. Walk the high road. Walking the high road and doing the high road thing, doing the right thing. This is what's going to earn the good karma. This is what turns her wheel of fortune in a positive way. This is where she's reaping the rewards. And this other person is going to wind up like this Four of Pentacles. They're going to wind up with less. They're going to wind up with nothing. And it's because of their own choices. The Four of Pentacles. Ace of Cups. I do see her moving forward. I see her starting fresh. I feel this other person's energy in this Four of Pentacles and like fucking sour. Like so sour that she is taking her power back. Our Queen of Swords. That she is healing. That she is moving forward. And that she's leaving this bullshit in the past. That she can call it for what it is. And she can block it and block this person off. This person doesn't like that. That person does not like it. They don't like that she's finding her way and that she's growing and moving forward. I think they resent the tower that came about. They resent losing control of whoever this person is. This queen who's been moving forward. They resent her moving into this Queen of Pentacles energy. And this does represent, once this comes into play, and her having this financial security from all of this. This person is pissed off. I just see like sour. So sour that she's having this new cycle of abundance. So sour that she's taking back her power. So sour that she's moving on her way. You know what? They could have shared that with her. They could have shared it with her if they weren't such a jerk off. And that's what it comes down to, right? It's like if somebody's a soulmate, a true soulmate who you're meant to stick with for the rest of your life, they're going to treat you like that. They're going to treat you with that love and that respect. And that's what she came to realize. She was like, this person is not treating me the way a soulmate is supposed to treat me. So I am raising my standards and I am moving above this and I am not accepting less than what I deserve. It's like realizing her worth and not settling for shit and not settling for whatever this little person had to offer. Six of Wands. Yeah. Like she was recognizing that she was being treated almost like an option, right? And I get pulled back to that trapped in fear. And I think this was part of this person's manipulation and almost like I could have a relationship with other people, trying to make this queen jealous, trying to make this queen afraid that at any moment this king would take up with somebody new and just bug her off and leave her, and trying to keep her so that she'll do whatever it takes to, like, you know, play nice and placate him and keep him around. This was part of the anxiety and the manipulation manipulation this person ran. And she just finally had enough. She was like, fuck that. Fuck that. I'm not going to be treated like an option. I'm not going to be manipulated. And it was like, this needs to come to an end. This chapter needs to come to an end because I deserve better than this. I deserve somebody who is a true soulmate, who will respect me and treat me as I deserve. She got sick of living in that 8 of Swords. She absolutely did. This is interesting. I feel like she was in this 8 of Swords for so long. And when I look at the Temperance card, I actually see the words praying for a sign. So that's what I'm being told by my spirit guides or your spirit guides, that you were praying for a sign. Is this person ever going to change? Give me a sign. What should I do? What direction should I move in? And then he came forward as the King of Pentacles. Greed. Absolute greed and control. It was like being able to recognize his true nature. And that's that truth card that came out next to our soulmate card. And recognizing that that is not how a soulmate behaves. You know, it's like being able to see him for who he is. And then that switch was flipped and there was no going back. It was like recognizing that and being like, fuck, I don't want to live with that no more. I deserve better than that. I deserve balance. I deserve respect. I deserve love. I deserve happiness. And this person will not give it to me. And I'm not settling for whatever crap they're peddling anymore. It takes a lot of time to heal, though. It takes time to heal and move forward. But that is what somebody's working towards, finding their balance, taking back control of their life, taking back empowerment, leaving the past in the past and moving on and moving forward. And this person might actually be making like a physical move. And this might be, just somewhere in the same city. Or this might be somewhere further away as well. That Knight of Wands, though, tells me that there is moving going on here. 6 of Pentacles. And you know what? I think it has to do with when this money comes in. When this is all divided and the money comes in, I think somebody's packing up and moving. I think it's our queen. She's going to pack up and move. She doesn't want to be in this same place anymore. She wants a better life. This gives her the means to be able to do it. Page of Swords. Little fucker's watching her, though. Yeah, keeping an eye on her, finding her healing, getting her feet underneath her. He's still keeping an eye on her with that immature energy as she finds the light, as she finds positivity, as she finds these blessings and moves forward in her life and finds that healing. I feel a very soft and kind energy coming from this Queen of Cups. I do believe this is like that healing. I feel power coming from Queen of Pentacles and Queen of Swords. A lot of power. But I feel a much softer energy coming from this. And I believe that this is speaking to the healing process and having this chapter come to a close so that she can start fresh and move on. And she doesn't have to feel like she's constantly on the defense anymore while she's dealing with this crap. It's like finally being able to shed that weight and being able to just like breathe, relax, move on, and just look to the future. No more having to deal with the past. Exactly. The 8 of Cups. We're not looking at the past anymore. The past has nothing to do with our lives anymore. We're able to just rebuild in some place new and start a fresh new chapter. That's why she feels like that. That's why her energy comes by as soft. Yeah, and this little fucker's going to be out in the cold. We're leaving this behind, and he can feel like he's out in the cold now. He can feel all pissy. This is because of his player ego energy, stuck in his ego, just doesn't care about anyone but himself, got to manipulate, got to stay on top of other people. Eventually, people are going to leave you. This is a lesson this king needs to learn. You can't behave this way and expect people to stick around for any length of time. Don't be shocked when people leave you. Nobody wants to feel like they're played. Nobody wants to feel like they're less than. He could have had a lot of happiness with this queen. This queen is somebody who is a giver. This queen is someone who is caring and nurturing and kind and has a good heart. This queen is a good catch. This went to shit because of this king's behavior. He made this go to shit with the way he treated her. That's what the Hangman says. He could have had abundance. He could have had emotional abundance. He could have had commitment. He was the one who chose to drive it into the ground with his behavior. And he has nobody to blame but himself for being left in that 5 of Pentacles, being left out in the cold. That's his own fucking problem. 2 of Cups. Ace of Wands. You know, that 2 of Cups, that Ace of Wands says new beginning, new relationship, new connection. But the second set of cards says says something different. It says he might try and come back and start up again after all of this. Once he sees her healing and moving on and moving forward. It's interesting, even in this Four of Swords, I see like pissed off. I see like his energy. I see him like pissed off that she's healing. Like he's still hanging on to this. He doesn't want to let go. He's not ready to move forward, but he's still in this selfish ass energy. He's indignant as fuck. That's what I see in this Nine of Cups, and that is his energy. Indignant that she's moving on and moving forward. She's not looking at him anymore. She's looking to build her own life and her own new chapter, and she's finding stability, and he's left out in the cold. He's pissed off that she's feeling this 3 and 4 of Wands, moving on and building. Seven of Wands, I see blocking in the Seven of Wands, having to block his energy when he comes sneaking around because he's keeping an eye and he doesn't like it. As she builds her own 10 of Cups for herself, healing, building a new life. In this Cups, I'm actually being shown a new home. So this is wherever she's moving to. He is keeping an eye on where she's moving to and what she's doing. And he's pissed off that she's found herself a new place to be. The High Priestess. I tell you what I see in this High Priestess too. I see not a human person, but I do see an energy. And I do see it's something bigger than just like a spirit of a person who's crossed over. This is like the universe, and this is like karma. Keeping an eye on what's going on. It's like, if he tries to step out of line, his life is going to get miserable. He's going to notice it within his life. This is like whatever you put out there, you're going to get back, which is exactly the situation that this person has got, right? They treated their good partner like shit until their partner called it quits and left them, and they're lonely and out in the cold. That's a natural consequence of being that. That is this person's karma coming back. But I feel like this situation isn't over. This person has not learned their karmic lesson, even when all the assets are sorted out and that comes to a close. So I actually feel a huge warning in this High Priestess. I'm actually being given the words, I'm watching. So whether this is God, this is the universe, this is karma, whatever you want to call it, there is something much bigger than us that is watching and sending this king a warning. I'm watching. I'm watching. So whatever he does to step out of line, he'll feel it in his life too. He will feel the consequences. I guarantee you that. I've got a couple more cards to come forward. Yeah, she's coming forward as the Empress. She is not putting up with his Seven of Swords. She's not putting up with his lies. She's not putting up with his deceit. And she can see right through him now. I think he had a period of time where he could kind of pull the wool over her eyes and run his little games. That time is over. She sees him for what he is now. And so if he tries to come forward, she has no problem blocking him. I feel in this Empress like zero worry. Zero worry. Like, we're not worried if this person comes back. We're not worried about what this person is going to do, because now we've found our empowerment and our inner strength. And now we realize what we're capable of. And we've recognized our worth. And that's what this Empress says to me, that this person is in a healing, nurturing mode. Finding their empowerment, finding their self-worth, and not allowing any of this crap to affect them anymore. So this new chapter of our queen, our Empress's life, is going to be filled with a new home and a material harvest. That material harvest is going to give her the ability to get a new home. It's going to give her the ability to start a new chapter of her life and to really branch out and start fresh. We're going to grab an energy card. I want to use the numerology cards for doing this. So we'll see what comes forward. I had 2 pop out here, so we're going to grab these 2. Change, interesting, and music. So 5 does definitely represent change. 3 represents a sense of individuality. It's also about your creativity. And 2 is about balance. So for our Empress, I do believe this card is saying to embrace some side of her that's more creative. It's something that is a passion to her. It's something that feeds her soul. It's going to help her in her healing process and finding balance in her day-to-day life. So if this is, music in some way, she plays an instrument or she sings. If this is art, if this is writing, if this is working out, if this is, building, doing crafts, whatever this is, this piece of her that helps to feed her soul, this is something that Tarot is saying she needs to embrace during this time. It's going to help her with her journey. It's going to help her to rebuild. And I have this distinct impression that whatever it is going to help to bring other positive changes into her life that at this point are actually things that I can't see in the cards, but I do feel like it leads to different other events in her life that are absolutely positive and that feed into this new chapter of her becoming an Empress. Alrighty guys, I hope that you enjoyed that read. If you did, please hit that like, that subscribe. It definitely helps these messages to get out there. Take care.